welcome to The Diplomat. The Korean government's New Southern policy aims to cultivate relations with ASEAN and India as key partners in Southern region. Do you know which ASEAN country first established diplomatic ties with Korea? It's Philippines. With this year marking the 70th anniversary of our diplomatic ties, we invite Philippine Ambassador to Korea, Raul Hernandez, to take a glimpse at a bright future of two countries' cooperative relationship. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for visiting us. Hopefully, you'll be able to enjoy this embassy. It's a small one, but this is one of the things that we are proud of here in Korea.
Thank you. So this year marks the 70th anniversary of our diplomatic ties between Seoul and Manila. What would you like to say about this big occasion?
The bilateral relations between Korea and the Philippines started on March 3, 1949. And the Philippines was the 5th country in the world to recognize the Republic of Korea. With that gesture of friendship, and until now, this relationship has been nourished. And this relationship has also been cemented by the deployment of Philippine expeditionary forces to Korea during the Korean War to help Korea defend its country against the North. And because of that relationship, which is forged in blood and also nourished based on shared history, common values, and like-minded aspirations of peace, prosperity, and progress, then we have this robust relationship between the Philippines and South Korea.
Right. I understand what makes our ties even more special is I understand that Philippines is the first country among ASEAN countries to have diplomatic ties between Korea and Philippines. Is that right?
Yes. We were actually the 5th country in the world to recognize Korea, and also we were the one of the earliest states to send troops during the Korean War, and that makes our relationship with Korea very special. And through the years, that has been nourished and developed, and which I believe has helped beneficially, mutually, our peoples.
So you started your tenure here from 2014, so this has been your 5th year in Seoul.
Yes.
What would be the most memorable moment for you during your stay?
Well, there are several unforgettable moments that I have been privileged to experience here in Korea. And one of those were the visits of our presidents from the Philippines and also from Korea to the Philippines. And the latest one was the visit of President Rodrigo Duterte last year in June. And aside from that, being with the Filipino community gives me a kick, and I always relish that moment when I am with the community, because it helps me, it inspires me, and it's an opportunity for me to recommit myself that I am an ambassador for my countrymen and for my country.
You just mentioned the summit meeting between President Moon Jae-in and Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte last year. What was discussed during the summit meeting?
Oh, a lot of things were discussed, but to summarize it, both presidents discussed on how to advance the relationship between the Philippines and Korea and make sure that through the coming years, it will have more impact on our people, the Korean people, and also the Filipino people. And one thing that was highlighted in those meetings was our economic relationship. Because, as you know, trade relationship between the Philippines and Korea is very robust. Last year, the total trade between the two countries reached about $10.6 billion US dollars. And also, Korea has always been a major development partner of the Philippines. And it has assisted a lot of projects, vital projects in the Philippines through the official development assistance and also through knowledge sharing in order to enhance the capabilities and capacities of the Philippines. So those things were discussed. And also, this is very important, a lot of agreements were signed, which comprises, among others, transport, infrastructure, climate change mitigation, SMEs, trade and economy, and including agriculture and fisheries. So, and also, one of the things that they agreed on was to agree on or discuss on mobile technology, e-governance, and also ICT.
So the Moon Jae-in's administration is vigorously carrying out the New Southern Policy, and I believe Philippines is one of the most important country in the region. What would be your country's potential and role related to this New Southern Policy?
Yes, the relationship between Korea and the Philippines is very comprehensive and also multifaceted partnership. And therefore, with the advent of the New Southern Policy of South Korea, we believe that an aggressive effort to take the relationship to a higher level will be conducted and done by both governments. And we have to note that the relationship between Korea and the Philippines is not only at the state-to-state level, but at the people-to-people level. And that is very important to the Philippines because closer understanding and interaction will lead to a solid friendship and more vibrant cooperation between the two countries.
Besides being a very important economic partner to each other, I understand Philippines is also a very important partner when it comes to national security. What is the status of our cooperation and exchanges when it comes to national security and defense area?
There are a lot of threats going on now, which we consider transboundary because of the interdependence and interconnectedness of nations or of the global community. And therefore, it is necessary to address this as together, so that effectively we could address these threats. And that's why it is important for the Philippines to have a close relationship with Korea. And we look to Korea to help us build our capacities and capabilities and modernize our armed forces so that we will be able to deal with these threats.
Earlier in the interview, you briefly mentioned that people-to-people exchange is very important. Could you elaborate more on people-to-people exchanges between our two countries?
Yeah, people-to-people exchange between Korea and the Philippines is one of the most important and moving anchors of Korean and Philippine relations. And because of that, we think that more understanding and closer friendship would be developed between the two countries, and therefore make us very strong neighbors in this part of the world. And that's why a lot of Filipinos, through the years, came to work here in Korea, and now we are about 60,000 Filipinos, workers and married migrants, and professionals, and about 100,000 Koreans reside in the Philippines to study, to do business in the Philippines. And also last year, approximately about 1.6 million Koreans visited the Philippines and enjoyed our sun-drenched resorts, our white sand beaches, our magnificent mountains, and enjoyed the warm hospitality and friendship of the Filipino people.
1.6 million is a huge number, but I believe your country is putting more effort to attract even more tourists.
Yes, of course. We will not stop. We want Korea to continue to be the #1 tourist market of the Philippines. We think it's not only good for people-to-people exchanges, but also good for the economy of the Philippines. And that's why we are initiating a lot of promotional tactics here in Korea to lure more Koreans to visit the Philippines. And in the Philippines, we are opening up more destinations, new destinations, other than Boracay, Bohol, Cebu, Palawan, so that the Koreans would be able to enjoy the beauty that God has given to the Filipinos, and that should be shared to other countries and foreigners, especially to Koreans, who we think are our close friends.
We are talking about a lot of areas about our cooperation and exchanges, but I believe at the end of the road, we aim for coexistence and co-prosperity, I believe. What do you think needs to be done for Philippines and also Korea to be a genuine partner heading for the same direction?
Yes. I was earlier talking about partnership in different fields, and I was also saying that the relationship between Korea and the Philippines is very comprehensive and also multifaceted partnership. And we think that this can be more enhanced for the benefit of our two peoples. And what we think are necessary are first in the defense and security side, that we, both governments and both countries, should cooperate more to be able to address many of the threats that are transboundary in nature. The cooperation between the two have more rooms for improvement, and we can make the economic cooperation more of a reality, maybe by increasing or advancing trade liberalization between the two countries through the ASEAN-Korea Free Trade Agreement, or by the finalization of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, the RCEP. These two vehicles could help in promoting more economic cooperation between the two countries. And bilaterally, the two governments could cooperate more in helping the Philippines in its connectivity projects, especially with infrastructure and transportation, including technology and communications, which are very important for the two countries. And for the people-to-people exchanges, more education and training, more exchanges between teachers and professors, and because that will help educate more people about our cultural values and deepen our understanding between the two countries. So those are the things that I see that are important between the two as we go forward in our relationship.
And also the greatest potential.
Yes.
I see. As I briefly mentioned earlier, this year marks the 70th anniversary for our diplomatic ties. What kind of plan does the embassy have to celebrate this special occasion?
Yes. As this year is very important to both governments and to both of our peoples, we were planning of a lot of important projects to celebrate the 70th anniversary of our bilateral relations. One of them is food festival. We think that Koreans love Filipino food. Whenever I go back to the Philippines and watch my neighbors in our common restaurants in the Philippines, they like adobo, they like sinigang, etc. And I think there are a lot of Filipino food that we could introduce here in Korea, which hopefully will be loved by Koreans. And so that's one. We were also thinking of a film showing of Philippine movies here. K-dramas are very popular in the Philippines, but we also would like to introduce our films here in Korea. Yeah, I think Koreans will get to know more about the values and the cultural values of the Filipinos. And also, we are thinking of projects to show the best talents of the Philippines. Maybe we will have a concert which will be hosted by the Philippine Embassy and by organizations here with performances coming from the Philippines and artists coming from the Philippines. So those are the things that we are talking about during this 70th anniversary, which was actually agreed upon by two presidents to be the year of mutual exchanges.
I'm looking forward to this year.
Okay.
So this is my last question. Ambassador, what do you think a diplomat means in one word or in one sentence?
Oh, a diplomat is a bridge builder. He builds bridges between two peoples, between two governments, and between two countries. He is there to promote and protect the national interest of the Philippines, and also make sure that the Filipinos living in his area are protected and their welfare advanced. And relationship between his country and Korea is very harmonious and would be beneficial not only to the country but especially to the people of both countries. So that is the role of the ambassador, I believe.
Ambassador, thank you very much for sharing your insights with us today, and also thank you very much for your time today.
Before we finish this interview, I would like to show you some of the things that we have here which might interest you. These are very special to me and also to the embassy, and will introduce you the products that we have in the Philippines.
Yes, please.
Okay. So these are some of the products that we export to Korea. And as you see, we have mangoes, bananas, and pineapples. About 85% of the bananas consumed here in Korea come from the Philippines.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yes, and about the same percentage of pineapples also come from the Philippines. But for mangoes, only about 40% come from the Philippines.
Still.
But the best mangoes that you can taste in the world are from the Philippines.
I see.
So, yes. And of course, we have the small ones, guava jelly, we have mango caramel, and some other juices here, which are mango juices, and dried banana. You know, we all export this to Korea.
I see.
Yes.
A lot of good products.
And above this is a painting, a very nice painting. And you know who did this?
It's beautiful. It looks like Korean traditional hanbok.
Yes, yes. This is a painting of my wife.
Your wife?
Yes. That's why the name is Hernandez here.
Ah, I see.
And she likes, painting hanbok the way she sees it here in Korea. So that's why she has a lot of hanbok paintings.
I see.
Maybe she wants to wear one day.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So now let's taste some of the Filipino food that we have prepared for you.
I would love to.
Okay. So now we'll try to taste some of the food that we have prepared for you. And these are the traditional Filipino snacks that we serve. Yeah. First, we have this pancit. We call this pancit, which is equivalent to your japchae.
I see.
This is a very delicious one. We serve this for birthday celebration and very big events. And this is as delicious as japchae. And then we have the puto. Puto is a rice cake. Yeah, it is steamed, and we make it in different colors to make it more attractive. And another one, this cake made of rice with coconut milk.
Oh,
yeah,
I
which
see.
we call kuchinta.
Kuchinta.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Yeah, can I serve you?
Sure, yes, please.
Yeah.